Who left the world? Yeah. Yeah. These niggas, they always be trying to get over. These niggas, they always be trying to get over. Yeah. These niggas, they always be trying to get over. The pilot's so high, ain't trying to get sober. I came from the jungle with lions and cobras. They lie with roaches, they lie and they quarters the rise and they fly with the vultures. You little guys don't know minds, I'ma let you sit in the rain. I got no more room, you can't sit on my plane. Yeah. Remembering all of the shit in my brain. You might be gone, but the vision remains. So this little picture I paint gon' paint you the same, no matter how much time gone. I ain't so fucking petty, I'ma be the pilot even at my flight gone. Yeah, nigga flew walking on the moon, bitch, I'm the new Mike Ho. Gotta make some moves, so this weight I lose, looking like I had light bulb. Flight balls about to fly away, no pun intended or typo. Archangel Uriel, motherfucking psychic and a psycho. Yeah. These niggas, they always be trying to get over. These niggas, they always be trying to get over. Yeah. Trust me, my nigga, I ain't needing friends. I fell on this earth, but I ain't need a plan. Sometimes I get mad cause God ain't see my land. I've been through it all, I've been through the fog, and still my eyes gonna see the land. But for these eyes gonna need exams, because they the physical form. I don't really use these two, cause my vision's deformed. That's the shit I see in my world, man, it really ain't norm. When you try to explain, that's the type of shit that gets you ignored. Cause they look at this like it's foreign, not made in the USA. Superhero status through my cake, gotta make music, they piling up foolish. With the Charlie's Angels, Cameron Drew, and I was with Lucy Lou today. After I saw all three, can you guess how much loot I made? I made so much that I could move away. You give me a spiritual healing. When the lights come on, you get stuck like a deer in a village. Yeah. These niggas, they always be trying to get over. These niggas, they always be trying to get over. Yeah. 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 These niggas, they always be trying to get over. These niggas, they always be trying to get over. Yeah.
Oh shit, Freddy Krueger, here he come, oh shit. Oh shit, Jason. Oh shit, I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep tonight, I'm gonna Poseidon, I'm gonna see dead Pegasus, I'm gonna see dead Pegasus. The bird can't dodo to turn into a dodo bird. Oh shit, Pegasus. Hey, something that can't take flight. Thunderbird. Enough movie roles. Now we're gonna get into some real synchronicities and foundations and shifts and shore forms and see esoteric shores and swim in and stuff like that. Bring some new consciousness down here. You'd be like, damn, where does this come from? Tastes good, nice juicy fruit. What's this fruit called? And you'll never know what that fruit called. So you will never know what that kind of. I said this no tastes a little sweet and a little good, juicy fruit. Saying got no name to it and stuff like that. Hey, it might not ever be a fruit. It might be your demise. Say it might be the devil and some fruit. I say it ain't the flesh fruit. I say you might just be a fruit. I say so we're trying to develop an organ. Think you playing a flute. Nothing with holes in it but a Holy Spirit. No holes in it, just a Holy Spirit. No, I said holy, holy, ho, 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 those goddamn red jackets. I said red coat, ho, ho, ho. No, I said those thugs come down your chimney on Christmas, on Santa Claus time. I said, hey, what's got this Christmas present? Yeah, pay your goddamn bills and rent. No, put it in that. Pay them damn Buffalo Bills. Or it's going to be no more of the Mohicans. Not just the last of them. Put them in a colony. Put them in a reservation. They don't do my people like that. Let me do my people like that. That's it. We 12 minutes in yet? No, we're 12 minutes in yet. We're going to kick a little game, though. We're going to break down some good old energy, spiritual circumstances. Otter. Said, what did you speak out your mouth? And but your otter. Self-serving, said narcissistic, fixated air element, said goddammit, you done made somebody who you thought was your friend more family than your actual family. Then when they show you, they should have stayed an associate, not even a friend. You stuck between worlds. Can't go back to your family because they're going to have a whole bunch of I told you so energy. Can't go back to that smack monkey. Damn, I made a mistake. That ain't my family. That ain't my friend. Shit, I wish I never met them. Now you stuck between worlds, alone somewhere. Shit, you sound like Aquarius. That sound like Aquarius. It's like the otter face. Sound a little bit like Aquarius, a little stuff between buttercream worlds. Yeah, I say I stuck between synchronicities and stuff. That's stuck between the two air elements. The La La Land one and the one that on the flag one. Diplomatic one. I said that's goddamn Libra, Gemini. You somewhere stuck in between, don't know which way to go. Become a humanitarian then. You know what I'm saying? Live for something greater than yourself then. If you can't find yourself, you lost your own mind, you done separated from life, go find something in life to fight for. Go find something. Hey, you might be revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting trauma. Hey, let's try to forget about the Revolutionary Wars. Hey, protect everybody's, hey, respect everybody's culture. Everybody's culture. And no matter the starting point or the background. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gotta clean up the esoteric streets before the physical streets even get cleaned up. And that's what we're doing right now. When you clean your mind up. A lot of y'all minds is dirty, distracted, bronky. You know what I'm saying? We need esoteric current weather storms to wash it away and stuff like that. Some of y'all need brainwashing away from dirty swan energy. You can't ever fly and be a dove and can't be wise and stuff. You some dirty bird flapping wings. Well, it might be a dodo bird too, because your ideas never take off. Why your ideas never take off? Dodo bird. Say your ideas never take flight and stuff. You see what I'm saying? Welcome to my channel. You're now into the world of the goddamn spacecraft. You know what I'm saying? 4th, 5th, 6th dimension. No, I'm saying Twilight Zone, New Age. New Age colors of the Twilight Zone. You know what I'm saying? All the color spectrum, not this black and white TV screen, the way they was easily able to program our grandmothers and stuff like that. Oh, grandma ain't know what's up anymore. Grandma ain't even know that should she wear the bull outfit anymore, or does it give us trauma because here come the goddamn red coats and get ready to talk about bullseye. Oh, goddamn, we had to hit that damn Indian who think they're an animal. Let's clean them up, boys. Oh, trauma. I see red. Let's get out of this energy. I was like, oh, dead Pegasus birds flying around animisms in the world and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we taking flight to a whole new circumstance. We in a whole new shift right now. All the last energies and characters, they don't even make sense in this reality no more. We got to create new words for stuff. Certain stuff that used to look bad, look cool. Certain stuff that used to look cool, look bad now, stuff like that. Don't forget that whole little energy. The main generation age group that kind of brought that change is the Generation Z that got a whole bunch of no, not Generation G, the millennials, such as myself and others, that got early stages of Pluto and Sagittarius and Pluto and Scorpio. We are the ones that initiated that, and that's for everybody. Everybody who's in that age pocket, from high pop, rich family, government, regular people, people in the regular nations, people in cities and states and stuff like that. The main spiritual age group bulk is the Pluto and Scorpio and Pluto and Sagittarius group. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those would the late Sagittarius. A lot of those I think would be Gen Z stuff like that. Just the intelligent ones. A lot of y'all just going through it right now. So y'all need millennials. So it's like the amount of pressure they put on all y'all minds made y'all like, see, this is why a lot of people need to see my channel, stuff like that, because even when it get into things like, it's not all about getting into desires based off biases, but even when it comes into slowing down your age process, or even getting into concepts of reverse aging and things of that nature, when you don't understand your mind is your micro atmosphere and your body, your brain is your micro environment, you don't know the percentage level of accumulation. So if your mind is what? Energy, a collection of thoughts and feelings. What makes it move? Your spirit. So movement, energy is just a different term for movement. So we got a bunch of different energies, bunch of different forms, physical, metaphysical, and they try to use science like atoms. But the spirit inside of each breath and each not tree, but each atmospherical circumstance that condense and become the physical form. So everything has a spiritual nature. You see what I'm saying? These things are intertwined. So when you kind of understand the mind is condensing and I had a point. I don't want to miss my point too. Becoming, and your body is the environment. Hold on. Back up. Yeah. Or okay, we was talking about age and Gen Z. We 12 minutes in, but let me finish this point. So when we started talking about Gen Z, right? Gen Z, due to the fact of not understanding that your atmosphere is your micro mind, your environment is your macro body, your mind is an accumulation of thoughts and feelings. So when you become heavy, you allowed a bunch of the left, right, forward collection that probably didn't get met in a timely fashion. That's if y'all got my audiobooks and things of that nature. But these are just natures we're in internally before we externalize it and physically see these representations, all the way to physical locations and things of that nature that we can make out of the land, right? And when you take a lot of that and it get reversed into internal or the right down and back, you end up getting lost into an emotion, right? Too much thoughts and feelings collected as an emotion, so it became heavy. That emotion you were stuck in as a spaceship went down. Now you in a semi-truck. And now this slows up the process or make you go back instead of go forward in your circumstances and situations. Now you're holding yourself back. And now you're being down, depressed, and resentment. So now you're in the right down back internally in astronomy and astrology, as it is in heaven, as it is on earth. These are going to start to be your actions. A person that's slow and sluggish, doesn't make sense, express themselves like they're in a small world. Everything externally appear to be negative. They always in some type of energy of trying to make somebody else validate them for their negativity and whatever that they're pointing the finger at via person, place, or thing, or circumstance, or situation, right? Then that end up playing out as too much new negative blood and adrenaline that goes to your organs, and your organs start to reproduce so fast that it's like you could go through early puberty and it start to play out as early aging too fast. And then when it comes into Gen Z, since they're in this mental state, they're developing all of that as actual energies from the inside out of how we make our organs in general. And all that wear and tear mentally, metaphysics, wear and tear on their physical brain and organ and blood flow. And it speeds up the process so they're not in the fountain of youth. And their process of aging speeds up. So this is why Gen Z look a lot older than millennials and a lot of things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important. All right, there you go. Please don't start there. And please don't start there. And please, don't use my channel to express any of your racism. You know what I'm saying? Don't think just because things cooled off or however the case may be, because I'll get back on y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give y'all some peace. I raise y'all. Y'all don't raise me. So don't think things just cause it's cooled off or whatever the case may be, you could get back on my channel and try to express your racism, because none of y'all can roast. So doing it from behind closed doors or whatever the case may be, don't do it. Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I make sure y'all won't be able to use nothing online, like nothing. So just don't do it. Don't come on my channel fucking with me, because you like once it get off and I get, because look, I'm native. So washi who, don't bring none of your washi who over here if you still want tactics you want to use. If you still want tactics you want to use, don't come on my channel practicing your racism. Go do that with your property. You know natives ain't got nothing to do with that stuff. So when you bring that stuff over there, the native just jump in a spaceship and start destroying your esoteric Babylon. Just like how y'all got y'all little concept. That's why I'm dropping a Flight Washington mixtape too. You know what I'm saying? To show everybody I'm the third head of the dragon. I'm the Antichrist. I'm on the right. And the whole everything in the Bible is native hobbyism and stuff. So they all copying. So instead of them trying to prove their beliefs, they're just about to prove that they believe in the Indian. That's it. The Native American. That's it. The Native Indigenous. So even talking about the triangle, is this the 2 points in Europe trying to invade? Goddamn it, right here, the promised land, the native land. So that's the whole other retarded racist concept of the inverted triangle that they be trying to do their generative principle with. So leave me alone. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Because I make y'all take all y'all Christianity and stuff offline and stuff like that, and all y'all religions and practices. So you would just sound stupid even talking about it, because all leads to racism and money. So don't get on my channel practicing. All right, see, now y'all messing up. See, now why y'all want to come practice that stuff on my stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get upset the way y'all property get upset. I just destroy y'all stuff, and then when I get online, I don't see no more of y'all symbolisms. I see less and less, so I see more remixed versions of it. So I'll be like, I'm doing the magic, not y'all. I'm no all seeing eye, not you. Y'all don't know nothing about magic. All y'all doing is copying stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All the way to copying the George Washington stuff and all that fake ass shit. Just like how America was built. Like, a lot of y'all don't know the whole America thing was built. All you got to do is read Genesis 49 and 50. 49 and 50, and it tell you what nation they trying to take over. It's them making an oath. And it's them carrying out that oath right now. That's why everything is native hobbyism and anti-nativism. You know what I'm saying? Like, those be bullshit like a motherfucker and shit. Like online, they be trying to make people kill all they Masonic voodoos, they artists and stuff like that. They all copying me. Every last one of them copying me. Saying these cats just be feds online and making up psyops and making up reasons to get paid, just like how they doing off P. Diddy right now. Saying I'm the only esoteric president. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one allowed to teach and stuff like that. Unless you're going to learn from me. That's it. Sit down. But don't come on my page trying to roast or whatever like that, because I'll roast your whole hemisphere. I'll destroy your whole mechanism. Somebody said we all going to hell. You already going to hell for practicing what you practice, because we come back after the land and physicality and come back as the land. So you come back as the weaker race, because your nature is the only thing that stays there. So when your spirit come back, it takes those natures again. And whatever nature you left with is the nature you come back with. Ain't no such thing as, oh, let's make Europe part and things of that nature, the face of George Washington, and then America, the nutsacks of George Washington, and everybody is driving on the streets of the body of George Washington. That's weak shit that the Son of Liberty made. It's weak. All the way out, y'all try to do like creating births with y'all witchcrafts from Europe, where the Jacob and all these different stupid ass names that y'all all trying to run online and play with some new psyops with y'all undercover feds and shit that's trying to look like everybody online and shit like that. Y'all stop that, because y'all be stealing my templates a lot of the time and stuff like that. I'm tired of seeing it. So don't be uploading no more y'all psyops either. Y'all fake ass psyops. Y'all fake gamer psyops. All these gamer psyops that be trying to make people kill themselves and stuff like that, man. Them the feds, them Masons and stuff like that online, man. Y'all don't even listen to a lot of this shit. Get off my channel. Get off my goddamn channel. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. They don't switch it to no politics shit either. Thank you so much for the Cash App, Zayo. I appreciate that from bottom heart. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm on here talking about astrology. This ain't a time to come on here and practice your native hobbyism, your anti-nativism. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love the natives. And the natives the only one can do the say any term, but since we cooler, you can't say the terms. So now y'all gotta do little psyops and be like, well, we the washi who, why we can't say naga? Why we can't say nigga or stuff like that? Why the natives always could do stuff and everybody think they's cool that they can do it? That's why they stopped us from having slaves before. Because we made them feel like they ain't slaves. So we said nigga. We ain't say nigga. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then we made them take that term too and be like, we like that. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. We like a part of everybody. Natives is a part of everybody. That's why they jealous. Like natives, we could say washi who, we could say nah. You know what I'm saying? We call ourselves stuff and everything. We could call people wetbacks. We call people spics, everything. Every ethnicity. You know why? Because they're on this land. You shouldn't have brought everybody on this land. If everybody was in Europe, everybody would have to respect y'all shit and y'all should be cool. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't want to go to Europe. So y'all lack cool energy then. So y'all want to come and try to manipulate y'all property over here, though, that y'all can't never do with the natives. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always try to manipulate, like this whole online shit. All they did was copy natives. The whole YouTube, I taught the whole feds how to even do YouTube. They even stole all my templates and everything. First, they was all gamers. As soon as I took over the whole spiritual world, here they go taking my little digital psyop and start creating all these weird psyops like the spiritual soul dude and all this other fake ass shit. All them fake people. Them people not even real. I'm saying real shit. That dude soul Illuminati, not real. Said flights react, not real. And then the other dude, was the rage dude, fed. He's a fed, so he the only one who probably gonna see them in real life or something like. I said some weirdo shit like that. This the washi who thinking. All they do is use niggers and goddamn Haitians and Jamaicans and Chinese people to do psyops on the land that ain't even theirs. With that and trying to convert is new conversion. How they did the natives, try to convert us all in Catholicism. Is this a new version of that shit? So online, all y'all getting raised by Masons and feds and shit. They thought I'm supposed to play their game or some shit like that. So they started doing extreme psyops on me and shit like that. Like I'm supposed to go hurt somebody in my real life I actually know. And I'm a native. Natives don't even be around none of y'all washi who shit. Not y'all gang shit that y'all kind of convinced Californians to be in and shit like that. But none of y'all weird shit to make people enticed by money. None of y'all weird shit to make people promise about being in y'all go. We look at all of y'all as washi who, no matter what race y'all brought over here on the boat. All of it is washi. We look at even people in our neighborhoods, in the urban area, like they're weird. That's why you look at us as weird. Because the moment a person start going off a template, oh, Jesus this or just that or third, I'm like, oh, this person just opened up their esoteric hands to have the washi who do whatever they want with them. That's what y'all don't understand. If you in front of a cop or anything and you say, oh, in the name of Jesus, something like that, they created the psyop of that. So they take that as, oh, this is a desire of ours that's meant to get rejected. So they stab you with a knife or a sword externally or a gun externally. You know what I'm saying? Then their law system is made to justify it due to the fact of it all got created from native hobbyism. Oh, y'all believe in spooky shit? We could do it for real. That's how they start creating hurricanes and shit. Y'all believe y'all can manipulate the atmosphere? Oh, we could do this for real. Everything the washi who do is from here, the native land. All the way down to Queen Elizabeth shit, because they thought the women here were stronger than the men because we was letting the women give us ideas and dress us and shit. And they look at themselves over there as Martians, aka the men is stronger and the women are weaker. So they're coming over here making every woman feminist from their property. That still don't work. Nothing work with the natives is why they need to put us in reservations and shit. And do extreme psyops and racism and shit. Like I see this shit in its natural state. That's why I don't get lost in y'all terms that they be having y'all get lost in, like CIA and feds and DEA and Mason and Judaism and stuff. All that is washi who, witch symbolism, witchcraft that they copy us in the first place to even know what they doing. And it's from a plagiarizing starting point where they come from, like a joking of it. It's a joke to them. It ain't even real to them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even get it like that. So I don't want to hear shit. Don't come on my goddamn channel with shit. Because you keep practicing your racism in the way that you think you ain't going to reap what you sow. Because everything is funny to them. They think everything is funny. I'm too pure. You can't come on my channel And you ain't funnier than me. You're not more talented than me. You're not more intellectual than me. You're not more nothing than me. When you come to my channel, you come in peace and learn and do that shit on y'all property. Or get your shit taken in peace. Your shit don't work unless you getting ready to melt some metal or use some force like y'all been doing. That's all y'all can do, and create some witchcraft psyop around people that only work on y'all property. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that on natives because y'all keep sparking traumas and shit like that and keep being weird. You know what I'm saying? Stop being weird. Go be a pervert to y'all property. Come over here and talk about no jokes. Stuff like that with your small dicks. And you just some goddamn person with a job that's copying me to try to teach people how to be themselves. You can't teach no celebrity. You can't teach nobody on this land how to be nothing. The native teach everybody everything. Y'all learn from the native. The 90 to 95% of Judaism, Muslim, all the way to Christianity, especially when it comes to King James, is all about native shit. You know what I'm saying? Native practices, native spirituality that they made a religion for y'all to believe in them as man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of y'all and y'all property witchcraft, because it's not even witchcraft. Y'all don't even know what y'all doing. So y'all start using symbols and stuff like that work on y'all property, but to the native, it just constantly look like anti-nativism or native hobbyism and some more plagiarizing that y'all don't know what y'all actually doing again. And then if you like some new Mason or some new type shit or some new Jew or something like that, you're just practicing something that you just born in. You don't know what's going on. You don't really know your genealogy. Your genealogy go back to the father of your lodge or Catholic church or something like that. So you somewhere telling people that the Catholic Church don't accept masonry or something like that. You somewhere talking dumb. You somewhere like a Jesuit saying that these are like some colonized mind state that came from people already on slave ships. The natives never been in no slave ship. So I don't know why y'all come do that on my channel. Y'all keep trying to mix me in with y'all property, but y'all never seen me that way. As long as y'all been on my channel, y'all never seen me in y'all property. So I don't know why y'all be doing that. It's weird. You either helping me or my people, or that's it. We don't go no further than that. You don't got to police the native. The native been had a government. The native already know we don't care about what color you is, even if you another tribe. Get the fuck off this village if you ain't gonna keep it clean and shit. You ain't gonna keep yourself clean. We ain't gonna care about money. We wear our appreciation as like clothing and mental states and symbols. We created what symbolism mean. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes y'all almost make me feel like y'all be thinking y'all own words and shit. Almost said Uriel. Y'all got that from the woo to even create voodoo or woo or just anything to go into the woozy land of over here that you got from specifically the Sioux, goddamn it, Lakota, which is specifically my tribe, Catawba. Like half of the 95% of the language over it. Did y'all forget? Don't y'all know y'all genealogy or something like that? Because I think sometimes it be fans watching me like he sound like he knows something or something. It don't sound like I know nothing. Y'all on my land. Whatever y'all know, y'all need to know more about Europe. Or you watching my channel to learn more about here. That's as far as I can go. It don't go nowhere else in my mind. But don't come on my channel like trying to roast or something. Like I'm in the same lens as y'all sheep. Y'all still creating genocide on natives. We never was in no sheep energy. Y'all didn't wash us down with no water holes or nothing like that. Y'all ain't bring us on no boats. Nothing. Y'all came over here and witnessed a phenotype that you could learn from. That was it. And then came up with some ego superiority energy. It's like, well, maybe we could win with melting metals. And that's it. Got the Revolutionary War. All the other wars is y'all just fighting amongst each other. Because this is what they're trying to make themselves think, right? I guess the clown is the new eyeball. This is what they're trying to make y'all think. Because they always throw their rocks and hide their hands. And it's all based off native hobbyism, right? So for the most part, like, they're trying to make it seem like the natives was just in the way. No, we the only ones who had a government. So they're trying to make it seem like it was too confusing if we can make a deal with one nation, one tribe, which was what we're calling cities and states and colonies now. If one tribe, they don't even agree with another tribe, then we can't do our colonizing over here. Yet, check it out. It's the same ideology, different philosophies. They got the same ideology as them being Europe. But they came up with different philosophies while you got Putin and all them, lower Europe, the one part of the triangle, the higher part of Europe, the other part before they came to this triangle part down at that point. Right? This is the belly of the beast, America. You know what I'm saying? Or the third dragon of the three-headed beast, which is the downward triangle, right? They try to call the natives animals. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand the starting point of shit. They whole terminology. But they got one ideology. They got that one Goth, olden god, and then they come up with their own concepts. So the sun is astronomy, astrology, then it's anatomy. Us acting these things out. So the natives in this land represent Uriel in general. And 888 and all that time is this a witchcraft, the George Washington witchcraft. The George Washington ain't real. It's just it's a Europe signing contract that you could know what the oath is in the Genesis 49:50, right? If you understand the early stages of getting converted with their shit, mixing it with your animism, being a native here, and plagiarizing it with paganism and with Catholicism and stuff like that, and creating this term for what we were saying, the Great Spirit, and call it them being it, and call it the universe. But at this time, it was this Catholic. Catholic was a different term for universe. You see what I'm saying? So you got universal records now. All of it is native hobbyism. Dress up a nigger, a Haitian, a Jamaican, or a white person, or a Jew, and make them look like a native, and make them look red, and make them put on makeup, and or if it's a nigger, get them a jerry curl. If it's a whitey, get them a curl and press iron. You know what I'm saying? If it's a y'all don't understand. This is what they was making Michael Jackson into. This is what they was making Marilyn Manson into. This is what they're making Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and Taylor Swift into. Black, white Jew, black, white circumstance. And the Jew is the Judaism mechanism to usher y'all in. See what I'm saying? So it's all about they had one ideology, but they can't agree on a philosophy. Okay, they can't respect us as natives. That's what we had. We had the Great Spirit. We ain't nothing about that God and all that stupid ass shit. We have to use this English term, something like England. That's mixed with 90% of our dialects still. Ohio, Wyoming, Miami, Indiana, Illinois, Chicago. These are all native terms, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So we had one ideology, the Great Spirit, but we had different goddamn philosophies too. Different tribes and nations. They had one ideology, but they had different philosophies too. Clans and goddamn it, the KKK clan, got Russia, then got France, and y'all said German, Seaman. So let's not get it fucked up and let people get y'all confused, because every time you go back in history, it only start from when someone took over something. So that's letting you know they took over y'all history and and the only one they didn't completely did that yet with is what we're in the middle of yet. It started 300 years ago. We're right in the middle of it. Still doing peace treaties and having an Indian problem to this day. And India is full of Arabs. They're making all this up. You know what I'm saying? Everything up. They try to make all ethnicities feel like they from somewhere else, and then change the history and make the history English, something England-like. So you still be having your dialect, but your linguistic all fucked up. Your grandmother and mother all confused. Barely got any grandfathers left. And then everywhere you at, start from them being there. And having some type of original template, everybody was travelers. Everybody was hunter-gatherers. No, them the only ones was that. Right? And then what they do is go to different lands, colonize it, change the history like they was there first and everybody traveled. So if you try to get smart, they'll try to make it seem like, what make you think you was there first? If we all traveled. It's all coming from self-reflecting. They're the only ones who had to travel based upon survival. And here's one thing. If you get lost in man language, you'll get lost in all Great Spirit. This is what the natives understand. You don't need a language to understand that the way the atmosphere and the way that the astrology play out with the anatomy, you don't even need a language to know that you're born from that land. So we might got to argue philosophies on what owning mean, but at the same time, if you're not from a certain geographical location, you got to be there long enough for you to even drink the water peacefully. The water make you sick a little bit. The air make you sick, right? So phenotypes is made specifically how the sun, moon, and the atmosphere and the land is produced specifically to a geographical location, period. We don't need no language to do that. We don't need no language to ever come up with the term bear to know you go to one geographical location, you see the same spiritual root race of bears, but different phenotypes. A panda bear, go to another one, a koala bear. So I'm saying, same spiritual root race, different phenotypes. Now think about the multitudes of animals. They got y'all stuck in 3, Josephus, Ham, and Cam type shit. They're trying to make it only 2, but now it's just only 3, white, black, and goddammit, Jew. But they're trying to make everybody this thing from multiple ethnicities that they're trying to create genocide, get rid of the history, and colonize. That's their religion. And migrating with people, that's their way to do it. So I'm saying. But if they think they're the more superiorly minded, everybody first, middle, and last name gonna be Don Julius Caesar though. So that's them still remembering. So this is why you don't remember nobody's history but the colony, your father, and that name, those names. You don't even know your history unless you're on this land right now and you're in the middle of the last genocide, natives, which everything is about now, and this is your last piece, and the natives is the last people still trying to say, wait, this is our culture here. Y'all just creating a whole bunch of shit and dressing everybody up in Halloween costumes as natives. Literally. All the way to themselves. This was an ancient practice back in the time before it. This is why I understand Judaism and Masonry in its depth, because of my people, and we're still here. Before things even became negative, it was just settling and trading energy. But we wasn't going back and forth to them. Their stories start from going back and forth to places, right? They liked our style. The people that they had easy to take over and had the better style first wasn't no competing argument. I mean, no competing government. So their God, their mind, that they was to come together as a brotherhood, was able to create a government to take over everybody that ain't like that. The only ones who was like that was the natives over here. So at this time, when it was easy settling, it was good. And we didn't tell them we came from no Bergen Bridge or whatever the fuck that case may be. We told them we was people of the land. We was people of the water. We came from the land, and we taught them spirituality. So we taught them clothing, symbolism, everything. And they taught us structure, how to counterpartmentalize. Okay, we give them credit. Right? They developed some Pee Wee Herman energy, though, going back and forth to Europe as acting like us, though, because of some quality that we may have had that they don't have, which become plagiarizing right now as the woo and the whole concept of the spiritual system that y'all claim is a religion that y'all just practicing native hobbyism also, with y'all Christianity religion shit without knowing it. And talk about we came here first and built this land, and because Jesus Christ in Hebrew and y'all got the invader mind, and y'all don't know the invaders copying the Indians here. So y'all just don't understand things. Scorpio King, everything is about, anytime you see somebody running around naked in a movie or animal type of concepts, that's animism and native hobbyism of how they see the Indians and how they felt like they had to come clean us up. Period. Everything is about here. And this was their greatest glory. Defeating another God, defeating another government. Government is God. If you ain't had no government, y'all ain't had no God. It was easy for y'all to get colonized. Y'all God became them. Africa start with British. I'm saying Asia start with British. So I'm saying, so they needed y'all as assistants after they already slaved y'all out, because y'all agree with it like a job, to come defeat the natives because they couldn't do it by themselves. So what you're seeing every day, even with immigration, it's the Migration Act. Hey, we're going over there to get rid of the men and fuck the women because this land is beautiful over here, and the women make sissy boys. See what I'm saying? So a lot of Europe worshipped native women. A lot of the hurricanes is named after them. See what I'm saying? Oh, this was the power. It's like the men was horny from our grandmothers and looked at it like this is what needs to be rejected. Start calling that Jesus and everything. Y'all, everything that they even made with their romanticism inside and what they're calling their gods was based off the interaction of natives. Trust me. All the way down to god hair was wool, right? No, that's the Navajo bun. The natives wear buns, but we take objects like rubber band is powerful, but wool, bird feather, a lot of other things, and wrap our hair in a braid, 2-strand twist. Can't get them this skinny because you might not be native, but for the most part, or goddamn it, a big braid or a bun, and whatever material in nature we wrap it with, we call our hair that sense of wisdom. So if it's a feather in the hair, wrap it as a bun. If it's wool, it's a sense of fleet or flight or not being encapsulated into a mind state or what the washi who like to bring here. See what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all true culture of Native America, not this other bullshit. Especially not y'all mutts and stuff, which y'all be coming in y'all that Pan-African Aboriginal shit. I don't know what the hell that is. But for the most part, look, the wool, the hair of wool, you think that they're talking about, they're doing plagiarizing and trying to be that itself in the mind and do that themselves and try to make the native be like, hey, believe in me. This the washi who mind. They want the native to be, they want y'all to believe in them. They could do this for real. Hey, we can make the weather be sunny again. You don't think we're the gods? We'll come and bring a hurricane. This is the day we up at it now. This is their mind, though. They're trying to find something they think they don't have. So they're doing a whole bunch of coping while destruction and reversing the destruction with, well, we are these things, though, because if God gave life and could take it, which are a concept of this, and we can actually do it, whatever we claiming we are coping from them is made up. Like, they're fighting with their beliefs. You see what I'm saying? The hair of wool is based off the tribe Navajo. Now, I'm Catawba. We got different buns and stuff like that, too. But it's our philosophy, our ideology, that we had our own government and different philosophies. So we know how to not argue with each other just like them. They go too far. That's why they arguing with each other. When you take the wool and make a bun, the wool is the Navajo bun. It represents the wool. And this was one of the women who had a Navajo bun that they was destroying a lot of men. And for the most part, like praising her and stuff like this. This where you get the story, like even things like Pocahontas from, or John Adams, right? And the little Adams family stuff, where the Germans feel like there's somebody, if they can oppress a native woman, get rid of her men and her children, fornicate with her, and they used to have this type of religion where you have to marry who you fuck, but coming over here, they can do what the man was doing over here, like they think polygamy. All this stuff come from natives, and what they're creating laws around and making y'all puppets docile to. It's the native culture, though. That's what y'all don't understand. I don't care if you even sing your favorite rapper, singer, especially singers, from twerking to everything. It's native hobbyism. When you have this in your mind, you're going to see everything what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? But for the I had another point too. But it's like their God is an emotion and they're attracted to this land and a native woman over here. Yeah. So for the most part, if they can oppress a native woman, get rid of her kids and the men around and her father and shit, and make her feel like she want him, and he not marry her in, but they start to do that, right? The Washi who could feel like he's spooky now. He could feel like he's spiritual. And the way the Washi who think, his other brethrens, they'd be like, oh, that's cool, but some of them didn't agree with it, like France or Russian, like they had this misagreement. Like the France would do this, Russians would be like, we don't do that, right? We're getting rid of our genealogy. So they'll look at that curse. Now you're getting the early stages of Judaism and the Jews, where it's Jewish now. They ain't necessarily still white people, but it's an ideology now. They like migrating more and marrying into families like the natives did it here. How we marry into other tribes. Germans don't like that as much. So you get and all this other weird shit. And Hitler and Putin and the Democratic Party and this, that, you're fighting off two theologies and the Masonic Lodge and the father and the mother's in it. You know what I'm saying? And all going back to Europe shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always tell y'all that. But for the most part, this is where you get movies like the Addams Family. So it's native hobbyism. So when you look at Little Tuesday, what she look like? Or Wednesday. But it's a white girl. Look, I'm telling y'all, this is how I can be getting trauma. Hold on. Let me take it off the Bluetooth. All right. Wednesday Addams. Check it out.
According to Wikipedia, Wednesday Addams is a character from the Addams Family multimedia
Native hobby all day.
created by American cartoonist Charles Addams.
So it's a white girl, Pocahontas braids with the DoelowDaPilotman braids. So for the most part, it's native hobbyism. So it's with the little Masons and stuff back in the day. They'd be like, "Oh, you cursed. You fucking an Indian. You fucking a native. You cursed." And then they'd be like, "Oh no, but I know tricks. I know spiritual stuff." You know what I'm saying? Then they start making up tarot cards. I'm telling y'all, don't know how deep this shit is. But always remember, start with the natives, bitch. Now that's a history lesson for your ass if you a native. Not that punk ass shit that they trying to convert everybody with. That ain't got nothing to do with this land. And it only got everything to do with y'all property. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But yeah, John Adams was horny. So he was in search for Pocahontas and shit and almost got hit with a club and shit by Pocahontas' father. You know what I'm saying? There probably some dude in the Seneca tribe, right where I'm at. I got that spirit in Ohio. I'll hit him with the club. Hit him, sting his ass, hit him with the club. And shit like that. And she's supposed to have protected him. So that's what Pocahontas is about. A real life story about a Mason coming over here, can't keep their dick in their pants. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Some seaman creature. Aquaman. Let's go Aquaman. Oh, I said Aquaman. These guys thought they was from the sky because they had blue eyes or something like that. Oh, let's go Aquaman. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So they got even a fake ass dude online who look like Aquaman. But he white, but still native hobbyism. All DoelowDaPilotman talking points. Everything is native. Don't ever forget. And everything is native hobbyism. Everything will remind you of DoelowDaPilotman on American soil. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to watch a cartoon, commercial, nothing without seeing my face. You don't even like baseball no more. The goddamn Cleveland Indians, because all you're gonna see is this. Oh, it's like and now in your mind, you're gonna be like, "Oh, we ain't respecting the land. We doing anti-nativism." Now you don't care about baseball no more. Now Masons can't make no more money off baseball. You see how that go? You see how the natives do magic? You see how the natives do magic? You see how the natives do magic now? Now do you believe in the woo? You thought it was just a natural shift. Y'all never knew the time of the day. Y'all always knew the natives only knew the time. Y'all said, how y'all think y'all knew about astrology and astronomy and anatomy and how valleys was made and how the Grand Canyon was made? Y'all trying to make y'all property believe some meteorite came out the sky and got rid of dinosaurs. That's native hobbyism and anti-nativism. Hey, they remind us of old age, outdated thinking animals that we got rid of and destroyed and put in reservations. Let's make our property think dinosaurs exist. And anytime they see a native, that's who they looking at. Oh, somebody we destroyed. Yeah, if you don't know that's what's going on, something wrong with you. You ain't native. You come from the Washihu on the boat. You ain't native from this land, or you got more of a mutt in you. So you might be Native American mutt. So you were just born on this soil, but your grandmother and mother and stuff like that came from the boat. Y'all built some other land and stuff that y'all already was colonized. Oh, sad real shit, you know. I'm keep it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better understand your motherfucking history. Y'all ain't create shit first over here, especially when you start talking about any Abrahamic shit. I don't speak no English. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Then when that shit got converted, the native only know how to be these things because we still in our mind state. We still got our God intact. So we like, oh, okay. So we just know how to become their atmosphere. So we become their gods too. Bitch, I'm Archangel Uriel. They whole concept come from me. How you gonna steal my shit? Then try to be some synthetic fake version of angels and planets somewhere and shit like that. Y'all learned the whole concept of animism and becoming an atmosphere from natives. Y'all don't even know how to be it in real life. Y'all creating hurricanes. That ain't it in real life. I just changed the atmosphere. Y'all got to be careful how much signs and symbolism y'all throw online. The atmosphere online or the atmosphere in real life with y'all puppets and stuff. So y'all can't use y'all little B voodoo dolls and shit like that much and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I changed the atmosphere and make y'all move yourselves different in the environment. That's the only magic. Anything else, I don't care what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? You can't make me stop putting the signs up as a flight and angel and becoming a man and shit. Emojis for everybody. Oh, now you try to stop how people think? Now you're going too far. Now you're going too far on somebody else's land that nobody even have your beliefs. The way somebody think on this land ain't got nothing to do with y'all beliefs that y'all trying to get rich off of. That like y'all trying to get rich off P. Diddy and shit right now. They trying to get rich off P. Diddy and everybody involved. They trying to get rich off Jay-Z right now. So there's some Masons going broke or something like that. There's a lot of Masons, a lot of feds going broke. Because they online trying to be fake ass YouTubers. They making everybody get weird cases and shit like that. Like, y'all know how to peep game. They be trying to stop the celebrities from watching me and everybody and shit like that. Because they know a celebrity will be like, oh, damn, this cat telling the damn truth. That's what. Because everything a celebrity ever been through was from people trying to make money based off that celebrity believing in whatever led them to that belief. So they got everybody in some matrix shit. So if whatever led you into that belief that still led you into money, these cats able to do that in real life. So they'll create some whole blackmail framing on your ass and shit like that. You could be a rapper, singer. This is why the native don't get involved in this shit. For this reason right here. The washi who tactics. This the early stages of them stealing our real meaning to things and then them like plagiarizing it. So it ain't woo, it's voodoo and hoodoo now with their mutts and some weird witchcraft shit that ain't witchcraft, that their spellings and meanings and stuff. So you got to be lost in one of their religions to be lost in their meaning. So it'll be some shit like you sign a contract to become a celebrity, right? They'll have you thinking that somebody in your family or friends is messing with you or framing you or about something. You will attack them, right? They'll send your ass some lawyer or some investigation crew that's the same people that did that to you so you can give your money to them so they can make up them taking care of a problem. And then you will be somewhere, so they create problems and solutions. So you'll be somewhere saying, yeah, I'm paying good money because I got this new team, I got this new lawyer team, and they're going to make sure I don't got none of this scamming problems again. And the people who just scammed you is the people you giving all your money to as lawyers and shit. And it was just a new group of broke Masons figuring out another way to get rich. That's it. They always lead to that. That's the natural tactic of how they got rid of the natives. And this everything they make up of how nations get destroyed. Nations is a native term, what we call states. So everything they make up of how rulership could be destroyed is native hobbyism. They're always in the first mind state of this what we just did to the natives, so this what we gotta not do. And when we teach in our books, this is teaching everybody this is the fall of how nations fall. It's always how they took over the natives, what we was doing wrong, aka sometimes make women more in charge and call her name the tribe shit, right? The way how we go in order shit, all of that is looked at as how our government failed, how they destroyed us. So it's like y'all learning the Washihu way, but the Washihu way, they're just human. I hope y'all don't think they're getting their thoughts from anything else. I hope you don't think a Mason getting their thoughts from anything, anywhere else. I hope you don't think a Jewish person getting their thoughts from anywhere else, where a lot of them is mixed up under this shit. I hope you don't think that they're just human. Any religious person getting their thoughts from you're on native land. You're in America. What else you think is about? What the fuck is you even talking about at some point? Unless you ain't getting ready to talk about real life. And to me, that's native hobbyism again. No, I'm saying, because we be talking about shit that y'all think ain't real life, but it always be coming like some shit that we show y'all to be like, well, damn, they see something. You know what I'm saying? So it is always having to update your science. So that's why every time that I be telling y'all, every time you get online, everybody copying me, y'all think I be joking because they be playing on all y'all and y'all channels and these fake channels and shit like that. But no, that's how it is to my people, even before online. So that's expected from me, which is why I always tell y'all, I don't need the industry. I'm about to show y'all how to do this on your own. I'm about to show y'all how to not care if anybody looking and you still your creative self. How to native spirit. How to do all this energy, because that whole circumstance is a whole product of a mental slave ship and thing. And you're supposed to be these things yourself. And it's all about astrology, astronomy, and how you play these things out locally. And that always been my teaching, bitch. What's that? That's native shit. Europe wasn't even that deep into that shit. They had to learn, oh, we must be Martians in our mind if we take this way of thinking. This way of thinking is native government. Everywhere y'all go to the store, it is 80% native, 20% Europe. You know what I'm saying? From clothing to language to everything. If you're in America, beat structures, everything, especially with a lot of bass, they just programming y'all to do native hobbyism, but we do this in its natural state. So anytime an actor, a spiritual person, a rapper, a singer, what they call that, a fashion, a stylist, or however the case may be, every time they come on my channel, I become their favorite person. Or anytime they get on another native channel, they stop talking about all that bullshit and start trying to find themselves. So the whole atmosphere and environment is shifted, not because it's a shift the way y'all lost in the Washi Hu mind. It's a shift because y'all on native land, and there never not been a shift. Native spirits always come back in their body. Same way everybody in their geographical location. I don't even know why people keep even burying themselves over here with that funeral witchcraft thing that they be doing, for them to just get born in a weaker concept to have a spiritual root race over here be able to take more authority with the shit that y'all building. Like, if you, how y'all even, it don't even make sense at some point. That's why the natives even believe in cremation and natural births and all this other different shit that the natives trying to say ain't right. But they're starting to realize every decade it must be something to it. So let's steal from the native, get rid of 100 more natives, and then for the most part, we can completely submerge in their mind and our physical, and then teach our property and everybody we trying to mix in with the little bit of natives left and stuff like that. Which is a good 600,000 and stuff like that, or something like, probably a little bit more than that, and mix all of them up, and then we'll fully have full concept of some world that they made up in their mind. Like, so they trying to figure out consciousness or something, some shit that don't even make sense, some shit you can't even do no logical study and try to play and make money out of it. You can't even do that. Like, I don't even know what they trying to do. Like, it's weird, but that's how greedy they is. So they just thieves and frauds and steal every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? And then that's about it. Even still in the way the natives joke. We joke by teasing. They joke by being sarcastic. So their way of joking ain't cool to people. So now they got to refrain from saying nigger or nigga. But the native could say nigga, nigger, washi who, wetback, spit. You know what I'm saying? Even call ourselves red. And red, man, we ain't shit. Right? Because we genuine. Always remember, that's why we make everybody want to what? Dance. Y'all can't make nobody want to dance and shit like y'all and shit like that. Y'all lacking qualities. Don't come on my channel trying to self-reflect your racism because of that. You know what I'm saying? And if you some late fed CIA remix, take that P. Diddy Masonic version, that just some new shit that really don't know your genealogy, I suggest you go learn more about your genealogy. Learn what you're practicing and the history behind it, and what energy you may be carrying when you're filtering it through you being an individual and you thinking you're just being a good person or being righteous, and what you're developing as what you think is right or wrong, or to not care about as your inner divinity, right? Learn what your stuff come with, though. Your stuff might got blood on its hands that you may not necessarily want any parts of, but due to the fact of the position and the job and the money that you have, right, that might be something you have to wrestle with Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Not just this made up George Washington shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you could just change a nation, take their genealogy and take their language away from them with this dialect, so they can confuse themselves, because you can't really truly take a language away from people. So you can't really do that. But even if you try to take somebody God with your God, y'all way of thinking, it's always going to be subjective and self-reflecting. So a person only going to be able to see it through the lens of their tribe, their spiritual root race, and their nature. So when y'all come trying to convert natives, even if y'all was to teach me Catholicism and Christianity, which y'all try to dump that on my grandmother and my mother and shit, which is my grandmother couldn't even read or fucking drive. My mother barely. Like, so I have to be the pilot. I have to be this thing. Do the washi who weighs the best, just to survive. I'm here for my family. You know what I'm saying? And doing real stuff. I'm not committing no crimes. You know what I'm saying? This how y'all can understand, yeah, the highest Native American suicide rate might be the highest, but it's also the lowest when it comes to jail rates and prison rates. Cause we don't even we don't even get a chance to be involved in y'all shit. Y'all know I would have been the best rapper, actor, and shit like that. Y'all see how they've been shadow banning my shit for the past 10 years, yet copying all my shit, and they probably don't know what they're practicing and what traumas that they're sparking and who they're dealing with themselves, because their spirit is probably young. So I got a lot of, and this new shift, and it ain't even a new shift, but this in all ages, right? It's carnation, incarnation, reincarnation. This little thing we've been going through right now is this shift in this past decade and stuff. This group of spirits here now, there's a lot of older spirits that's here than other spirits that's still in the same spiritual root races. And I'm a lot older than a lot of these Masons that's here now, and a lot of the feds that's here now, and the CIA, even ones that's in 60-year-old bodies and stuff like that, and 70-year-old bodies, theologians and stuff like that. So when I'm able to tell y'all shit like some of these people online is just these people struggling with their beliefs, I'm able to say that I might be in a younger body, but you're first of all, you're on my land and my people, and second of all, the carnation, incarnation, reincarnation process is always in process. So a lot of spirits that no matter where they're buried at, they still go back to where their sun, their idea emanate them on their location. So even if you did come over here and take over, your spirit came back being born in Europe. If you got that mentality, Jesus or Abrahamic. So you have to travel back here again, or be over there and be initiated again, like a lot of the first sons are coming again. You see what I'm saying? Same way if y'all take a native and try to make them go to India with a bunch of Arabs and stuff, they might die, but when they become aware, the wind and the ability takes them back to the familiarity. They're going to be born back in America. Do you get it? So when you do that and you go through a lot of birth, lives, and deaths, carnation, incarnation, reincarnation, you become a weaker race, always dying somewhere else. Not just using things as vacations, but coming back to grandma. Making sure grandma and mama all right. Making sure their car clean. Making sure they grass cut. You know what I'm saying? You don't have them out needing to survive by the washi who take a responsibility for everything, like the old peace treaty. You don't even need them coming on the block. They could police elsewhere. We don't know how to police ourselves still. We don't got to pay for their plumbing. Did you forget we did this? Hey, fix my pipes. Hey, wash my car. Hey, cut my grass. Why is you allowing me to have to call the washi who to do this? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, that's the native. You see what I'm saying? And the washi who had to fuck with that. They're like, okay, but it's a gift and a curse. The gift is they're civilized in their own way, like us. The curse is, but they're not allowing us to have full control over everything, though. See what I'm saying? And that's the first issues when you had a government and you come from that lineage. So a lot of these feds and Masons right now are practicing things later on down the line. And if you're a younger spirit, you're already jumping on a warship, not knowing how the warship was fully built. Then you're doing a lot of these things on spirits that already have warships and governments that's here again, that already know that technology. So I'm saying already had spaceships. The native created the spaceship. We try to become the atmosphere and be all things in space. So we know all things are things we use to ship through space with. So that's what we're calling the light. We don't even use the term light like that. It's like an inner feeder. You know what I'm saying? That's a term, that's fire. You see what I'm saying? Animism goes beyond just to animals. It goes to trees, grass, elements. That's the native spirit. They don't really know about that. They're just plagiarizing. They're fraud. They don't know how to be nothing else but fraud. Copy something and get paid off of it. So yeah, you can be a celebrity right now and something weird start happening, and all of a sudden you get some recommendation on some group that can help you with whatever you're going through. And depending on what kind of celebrity and what kind of situation you're going through, they're going to cater specifically for you. And right now they're probably doing it to a bunch of online content creators and shit like that. I just don't like the ones that's copying me. The spiritual lane is native. Y'all, I don't understand why y'all even trying to act like y'all spiritual. So y'all make things even stupid and make it look like y'all trying to compete with people online when y'all start hearing them sound like native and y'all start thinking, this person must watch DoelowDaPilotman. Let's make his views real low. Let's take him. Let's try to destroy him. But let's take this knowledge that we think everybody's seeing him as, even to the music, and let's replace it with something. You know what I'm saying? So that's how y'all got the Soul Illuminati dude. That's how y'all got a whole bunch of shit, right? Because I guess they got bored with being gamers. So a lot of these people are niggers right now, and Asians and people from India, Arabs and shit. That's in their Saturn return. So they then became childish. So that'd be the people online that's doing it, the childish ones. You like childish. So they like new generation. So they didn't got lost so far into the sentiment of thinking people release time online is the sentiment that's going on in real life. So they start writing new cartoon scripts and politics scripts on the sentiment of what people do online. And they act like they're not learning when I tell everybody, man, people online ain't doing nothing but these virtue signaling, panhandling, and pandering. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people don't even be feeling these ways behind closed doors. But if it look like it's part of an algorithm, a person to jump in that lane and go express hard on it. The Washi who would sit up here and try to control that and try to be a whole bunch of fake pages online and be like, hey, y'all, don't listen to everybody. Just make me look at it like, why would I listen to you then? You know what I'm saying? It's like weird. It's fake. It's phony. If it's real, it's real. If it's not, I don't like people faking spirituality. The natives never did that. Y'all can stay faking the witchcraft shit, but the spirituality, that don't even make sense. All y'all do is mess up things for yourselves, because anybody with common sense. And second in command when it comes to strong, powerful spirits, Haitians. So you got natives, because y'all here with natives, but Haiti and how they brought y'all over here, because they defeated y'all too. They defeated a lot of people, but y'all still, they try to witchcraft y'all out with voodoo. I forgot who got the hoodoo. I think Creoles got the hoodoo. But they try to witchcraft y'all out with the who here. But whatever shit y'all got is some strong shit too. You know what I'm saying? So they're in the middle of trying to get rid of y'all ethnicities currently too. They're doing that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Why you think every time y'all do y'all history on y'all land and start with Europe? But then when you talk about American land, it start with the natives in the Revolutionary War. That's it. Don't go no further than that. The King James Bible is about the natives. Everything. It's a new Masonic Bible about how we gonna get rid of the natives. So let's say the Hebrew Bible. That's how they got rid of y'all in Africa. Let's say the Quran, right? That's how they got rid of y'all up there too, and like the Asians and shit. It's all colonizing, but they just having a hard time getting rid of the natives. But y'all see how far they went on my channel with it. They go hard on my channel and try to roast. And they don't even know they self. You can only learn from the esoteric shaman, the esoteric space traveler. You can't do your stuff because your stuff is created from the natives. That's like trying to do something to someone who made Lego blocks, and you just made a new design out of the Lego blocks. And since you got a whole bunch of people who like the way you do Lego blocks or believe in your Lego blocks, somehow you think that the people who created the Lego blocks in the first place not gonna see what's going on. Not only that, coming from the perspective of helping you even create that. The natives helped the government create their concept of government. They're blending it in over here so they can continue their colony over here. So their colony over here is the third beast, the third head of the beast. That'd be the Western colony. That'd be the point of the triangle. Then the first two heads is France, and then the Central Europe, the bottom part of Europe. So you see what I'm saying? So they took the native concept of how we did our astrology and anatomy of our morning star, the 8-pointed star. So 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning, sunrise, before the sunrise, it make that mathematics. So we come to the yod. So we know the sun being in Pisces and Taurus, like I always teach y'all, making a 60-degree angle, and both of those making 150-degree angles to Libra. That's the right hand of what they're calling God. I'm always trying to tell y'all where they got it from. They got it from native spirituality and trying to play these things. So then when y'all always hear me say after that, you got people actually playing these things through the anatomy down here on the roll. Now I'm using the word anatomy. And then y'all always hear me say they're copying me. But y'all don't understand the depths of that. The Western Hemisphere, the Holy Land, going into the filling. This is the womb of Uriel. The sun making a U horizon over here in this land that they're traveling that sea man with the anatomy. I'm an Aries. First sun, first dick, first light, first sun, Aries, beginning of the year, first sun in Uriel womb. Antares moon. So I'm saying, to represent that on a micro scale. Now Leo ascendant. Arbos Nagus, Nail Arbus to be specific. The ship I make myself, not they ship. So I bring all the beasts on the ship over here. So for the most part, it's like the face of, or the Lion of Judah energy, right? Where the bed you lay in. So they came and settled in the bed of Uriel, or the tribe of Set, or the language of Sekhmet, or you know what I'm saying? Like all of this concept is just dealing with the natives, but the spirit that's the most awoken, you played the whole concept of your hemisphere, because you are the first on the hemisphere. I am the first son over here. Whoever the first in Europe, that's them. You know what I'm saying? That'd be Michael, or however the case may be. But this why y'all hear me talk like that all these years. And tell y'all we living in a snake. Age of Centaur. All this different shit. They gotta copy me to stay up to date on any spiritual concept. You know what I'm saying? They didn't came up with the angle, right? 150 angles. That's just 150 days. So the natives know 150 days away from the beginning of spring is what they're calling some idea in their mind that they call like Moses or something dying. So anytime their allegory is the sun dying, going into a different position. It's all animism, but plagiarized paganism stealing from the natives. So the moment you start calling things animals and shit like that in your mind, that's animism, native. They even try to make y'all think that there's a form of animism everywhere. No, all of it is native as a concept, and them trying to blend their government. That any other form of animism will be paganism. So I don't care if it's Pan-African or whatever like that. That start with colonies, Muslim colony, Asian animism. No, that's colony. That all of that is paganism. There's only two minds and theirs. Western Hemisphere, theirs. It's only two governments. Y'all don't understand that in its natural state. You know what I'm saying? But that's the real American history lesson. Before it was called America. And it wasn't even called Turtle Island either. Natives didn't even call turtle. We had a different term for what we called turtles. And for the most part, don't get it fucked up. The Washi who been doing shit so long, a lot of shit that's amphibian or cold-blooded is GMO. Just like ligers right now. So the native know shit like turtles, frogs, and shit like that is made up. What y'all fail to realize, rats and roaches is created in a lab. Everything in nature ain't real. Everything in nature ain't natural from the Washi Hu mind. Any animal that's poisonous was made in a lab. See what I'm saying? Look at it like this. In its early stages, it might have been a different name, but it was a group of family. What they practice is what they was doing, but it become masonry based off the interaction with natives, right? Natives, mason. Native, sons of the first light. Masons, sons of light. So anytime you see my son in the Bible, it's talking about Masons plagiarizing natives. See what I'm saying? Now, you might got a family, last name York. Got it. What they practice, a specific form of masonry, York Rite masonry. Bring a lot of their slaves over. Boom, make y'all built New York, right? For the most part, ooh, hold on, I got another point too. Any animal that's poisonous? Yeah, make y'all built New York. So New York was basically Europe, right? Now, put y'all in colonies. That's the living condition. The whole geographical grid is system off the astronomy, astrology, star system, and anatomy. They got y'all all in a Masonic practice, whether y'all know it or not, right? So you're raised to become these things like lawyers, mayors, and shit like that, right? When you stay in one of their castles, and you need government assistance. There's a lab in Europe that they got people in India and Asians as their property of migration, working in all fields: business, entertainment, education, religion, and politics and science. Taking different species, making another one that really don't even have a long lifespan, little do y'all know. And somehow they create the things that can get rid of these things, but can't get rid of the natural animals or natural bugs. Keyword. What's that? So I'm saying. Now, give them all this synthetic serum shots that you might think is pseudo, but for the most part, they tell y'all what they're doing in all these movies, just an allegory. So if you watch Captain America, right? If you watched Captain America, and this the real one. Oh, I'm saying if it ain't got Marvel on there or whatever like that, it ain't real. Go throw it away somewhere. You got it from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You know that they gave him some serum shot to manipulate his DNA. Okay, so if you got heavy ass birds that talk like grown men, and it's a female bird at that can't fly, and they on your windowsill becoming your family in New York City helping you take out your trash, now you know why. Now, here's the thing. When you're in the living condition that you're not forcing yourself mentally to get out of and become their lawyer's business because they motivate you to do negative stuff, then throw their rock and hide their hand and make it seem like you're the animal, like the idiot, like the Indian, like the naive one, like the native one. The whole terminology. We need to make them the last of the Mohicans. A whole terminology. Native hobby, right? Here's the thing. They create these synthetic pests and rodents from the mixture of actual rodents of whatever animal type that they mix with, carnivore or whatever the case, or whatever parasite from actual parasites, bugs, and things of that nature, make some new synthetic shit and dump them in these synthetic areas, right? That got football turf and shit like that you have to be like with dirt and stuff where these things will even be able to be in to survive long enough to start rating your household and shit like that in your boxes of cereal, right? And why is they interested in the things that the government make from carbs and shit like that, like cereal and sugar and carbs that they take and produce and that out of nature? But why is these things specifically attracted to that, and why they're not going to find those things in nature first before they raid your house in the way that the government colonize everything, from taking all the fruit and stuff from your backyard and putting it on red coats, red shelves, and all that, then colonized everything to your mind? There's a reason to that. Just like they do it with the dope and the guns and the fentanyl and the promethazine, they did it with the rats and roaches in these New York City castle buildings, even in urban areas. And then for the most part, it's for you to still do what they do, join their business, entertainment, education, religion, and politics in order to get yourself out of that circumstance that they created for you, just for you to reach a high level anyway, because they like, damn, look at this person. They reached a high level in their life and they're living in a mansion. To send your ass to a lawyer, some fraud-ass scam, to rob all your money blind, because in their mind, they feel like, hey, since they gave you money, a.k.a. life, they could take your money away from you, a.k.a. life. Then, for the most part, you somewhere still being a sheep and them practicing what they always been practicing within their religion. So, that's basically what it is in that concept, too. So, that's why, instead of the natural people even getting on their phones and stuff, and things being played out genuinely from either weather disasters, either pests and rodents like that, or even fucked up living conditions, you got a mainstream news network relaying this information to you first, even preparing you for these things even before they happen, instead of the natural people going through these things and expressing it themselves, or prophesying themselves that this is what's getting ready to happen, already from an outside looking in, being able to see how a group of individuals think and being of the world but not inside their world. And for the most part, when you're looking at it from that concept, this put y'all in a better perspective of understanding what's actually going on and how to know that no one actually gives a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all wouldn't have seen this being practiced on my page for the past 10 years. And me being shadow banned, yet me knowing I'm the shit and y'all knowing I'm the shit because you're seeing my liking being placed everywhere. Yet my shit not being duplicated. So don't let them make you believe it don't be like 100,000 people watching me. Because you'll get confused in their little witchcraft that they're playing on y'all as my audience to make y'all think that it ain't about 10,000 people in here watching. Yet you get online the next day after all my live streams and it just seemed like everybody in the world doing something Uriel just did all the way to my earrings. Everybody in the world just doing something Native's talking about now. And then you'll look at it like it ain't no possible way that this person probably watching this because they're trying to create a secret world for everybody. So they're manipulating everybody's algorithm. And they're trying to make things appear to be what they want it to be. So you could be a celebrity watching me right now and think you're the only celebrity watching me. You could be a small group of people watching me right now and think that I'm some type of hidden thing right now. Because that's the energy that they're always trying to put Uriel in a covenant. Put me in a box so I don't put no star energy out. You know what I'm saying? Do the star dance for real. They always start with the native. They don't even understand what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? They have to learn from me. I'm the older spirit. Now, for the most part, here's the thing. They make everybody's algorithm perceive a certain way based upon them. So they're trying to put it all y'all in your own world if you care about being online that much and you ain't got no real life. So you might work on you if you ain't got no real life. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, right? This is how they're trying to make people argue against each other. So you might be a celebrity and things of that nature, not knowing why you're getting recommended with your stylist and all this kind of shit, and even to your music to sound like me, actors and actresses, right? All the way to y'all performances. Damn, this stylist is making you wear a poncho now, or making your hair look like this now, or putting you on some native earrings now, or you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that now, or making you do a lot of more native hobbyism with voices, oh, blah, blah, and ad-libs in your sounds now, and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Having all y'all grow y'all hair and put it in 2-strand twists now. Having all y'all cut y'all sides so it can look like a Mohican now. And things of that nature. Or a Kataba now, right? And then if I was to get a Mohawk, y'all start doing that. If I was to grow my sides and back, y'all start doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already started the Queen Elizabeths. It's some native shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and me calling it the Queen Elizabeth, because Queen Elizabeth copied the natives first too. They want to say that it don't make sense for women to rule. Yet, what's the point of Queen Elizabeth then? So everything is this native hobbyism. I say everything about it, and got the wrong idea about it and shit like that. So you gotta keep that in mind. This is a tricky world that we in if you ain't spiritually risen to a place that you was always supposed to be on and stuff like that. You'll be colonized minded out, and even if you're a part of this colonizer group, you're colonized mind out too, and things of that nature. Because what we need to understand is becoming a god don't have anything to do with your internal feelings is a world out there. Your internal feelings become this world. Your internal feelings become outerly and condense and become this world. So you be that organ again and be like, I'm back. And you're always in a more sufficient mind and body that can weather any storm. This is why natives can weather no matter how hot, and we good in the cold. You know what I'm saying? If you African American or Jamaican or Haitian, you hate the cold and you like it hot all the time, Caribbean like. If you're Europe and stuff like that, you don't mind it being cold. You can have a coat on, but basketball shorts and John Cletar slippers on and stuff like that. But let it get too hot or even, you might need suntan lotion. But if you're in the Western Hemisphere, point blank period, and you a native, you don't matter how hot, it don't matter how cold, we good to go. And we warrior spirits. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. We might like it fall time. That might be our best season. Archangel Uriel, bitch. You know what I'm saying? We have sit out in the cold and mentally built some internal fire so we know next time it get cold, we built some new blood and blood cell that it ain't that cold that time next time. So we ain't taking all the washi-hoo pills, and we're giving you the natural shamanistic way of developing pills where your immune system is not compromised. So the mucus and all that stuff become your blood cells. Instead of it developing a lot of mucus that you think is pain, it end up going less and less on a percentage scale. The more and more they built up the strength of enduring it. So next time it get tougher when it goes through that same shock, like a cold glass of water being ran up under some hot water real fast. The glass of crack. So the native always know how to make the next sufficient organ, the mind and the body that represent that island, atmosphere, geographical location that they understand the nature and the land the most and stuff like that. And that's the only travel to God. So the closest to God is the native, actually. And that's not a racist thing or whatever the case may be, because if y'all get back to y'all indigenous concepts, you could create a native out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't have to be naive to someone else's naivety that only leads to money. And here's the thing, everybody meet their maker. So since if you don't want to become a lacking race, don't practice organ implosion. Your internal energies ain't a world out there. It's a world you push out as an atmosphere condensed here. So internally, you get lost in the feeling. You expressed it when you was alive too, because that's how we even created this. And that's the form you end up being stuck in. So if you did a lot of destruction, killed a lot of people, did a lot of manipulation, you come back in a form to be manipulated, to get things done to you and stuff like that, because you're in a weaker organ now. That's actually organ implosion. You see what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind. When it comes into organ implosion and stuff like that, you didn't externalize, you made yourself in a shadow. So you didn't externalize a new breath, a new atmosphere to be able to jump in to show everybody the way. And be in that location already that everybody have to come to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to come up with a concept of that's the way to follow. You're the way in the woo way. You, wherever you go, there you are. You might ain't travel nowhere physically, but your spaceship you created, your spirit represents the space you in, and then a spaceship with a ship it through, the mind, the chakra you created, represent that space. You see what I'm saying? And then that's how the native think about traveling. And for the most part, we might ain't move nowhere physically, but we just traveled the whole universe. So now you actually have a starting point of knowing how you become something next flying or wherever to go travel on location for nature or fruits that you created to eat, that you don't have to go physically anywhere because you mentally travel and it produced physically. So God always have you. All great spirit, Wakataka always have you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the woo they don't understand. They think you have to actually travel. So they're trying to travel to this feeling out there. How lost they got no logic. Like the NASA channel. Then they're going to travel to these locations. The native have to teach them that's not the way. They have to say, no, yes it is. So now we got them trying to travel to what they think space is in their mind. Some made up shit. They don't do nothing but kill themselves and destroy themselves. That's it. And the native learned how to have mental strength because we know that wherever they thought they win the battle, this is what makes them always lose the war. So the native always sit back and look at the fool, the washi who, update their science every 15 years. Up there, so we can always be in a position of I told you so, 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 I told you so. They always come back to the native. I told you so, I told you so. So they're experiencing it right now. They're creating hurricanes trying to control the atmosphere. Ooh. Since we're going through the new shift, the right side is back up. Like the Jehovah Witness Bible. The star will rise on the west. The atmosphere, that's the star. Stars is water. You're inside of atmosphere, wind and water. And what's on the left of us, we're above it. So this consciousness is winning the spiritual warfare right now. And it's only two minds, the native and the Mason. See what I'm saying? Now, they might take that as something that they need to go back to some Knight Templar shit to do. Because that's their mind. I don't know why. It's their beliefs. That's what they need to understand. Stop dumping y'all beliefs. Even if you start self-reflecting, oh, well, what y'all doing is this. Whatever you get ready to create, after you say it's this, is your belief. And it's the reason why your government keep crashing. How how Rome crashed. Rome is a concept of just them creating another nation. So y'all be thinking the book is about Egypt and stuff. That's about here. So Josephus, Ham, and Cam, and then you get down to like the daughter Reuben, like the moon cycle, astronomy and astrology, but that'd just be the anatomy of the moon cycle here and the roles that they're trying to play here with colonizing. So you would get the third portion of colonizing is the native land over here and things of that nature. So that's like Jesus' brother James making a colony over here in a native land, and then that'd be Seth or tribe or them trying to play who I am naturally and do it with genocide and war and coming up with some weird shit in their mind what they think the natives was doing here. So Uriel is always going to be the allegory of a thought, a man that's in their head, a thought. Replace the men names with thoughts and the woman names with feelings, right? So in their head, this is the Washihu mind. Uriel, everything that represent over here, especially the women, right? But this hemisphere in their mind, the thought represent man. So it might come as white or man. That's why the Indian is white inside, but red on the outside. But it's the egg cell, right? So when we start to talk about what they're going to make this thought, replace thought with man, the image of it going to be a female. So Uriel is always going to be broke down as the female, and always the allegory of, the belly of the beast, what the natives made the Washihu getting their emotions about, negative and positive. So now you understand the full context of my Flight Washington mixtape too, and how Flight Washington ain't real, and how they make up old Indian generals like King Haglar and stuff. Really, it was this any old Indian that probably had a ruler chief and was willing to give women to the Washihu, the Sons of Liberty over here. And George Washington is just a concept that the Sons of Liberty and the Enlightenment group made up as a different way to practice their racism and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? With this new esoteric slave ship conversion energy. Is this converting and practicing a new way of being racist? And the native understand it because it's in its natural state. Native hobbyism. So the whole Bible is native hobbyism, and their God is an Indian, a Native American. You know what I'm saying? So now y'all see why they be so much Pee Wee Herman on my channel. They Pee Wee Herman. All they do is drink and steal. They never got out of their vampire energies and stuff like that, and they never got out of their fake ass witchcraft shit that work on their property. But the whole ceremony, ritual, practice, they know themselves they stole from natives. All the way down to their Masonic lodge. They stole that from Native Sweat Lodge. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you can go do your history on that. It don't matter what it is. Any religion you into, if it was produced on the native land here, it's a blending of our culture. And especially if it's the King James Bible. It's all native hobbyism. So the terminology, all y'all jokes, it's based off sarcasm. That's the Washihu way of joking. Native way of joking is teasing, all the way to punching you in the nuts too. Right? Every terminology y'all say is a way of getting rid of natives, because that's how they made the language. It's all a phallic religion. But phallic religion, we're fucking the Indians up. Idiot, Indian, imbecile, in the industry, in the Indian trees, in the trees. They're in the trees. They're taking our material. Sioux. Right? Since the Lakota was we was the hardest, and Catawba and stuff like that, right? Here they go with their peace treaty energy. Well, we can, you know what I'm saying? Because they had to make a lot of peace treaties with the Sioux, with the Lakota, and like tribes like the Catawba and other tribes and things of that nature that kind of speak similar. But you know what I'm saying? Last of the Mohicans, them getting rid of natives. 40 days, 40 nights. The tears of pain, making the natives have to walk to the West Coast, make them make up how to get there themselves because they did something to the air or did something with some fluid and gave us some shots and get rid of the men. Polygamy, all that stuff is dealing with native shit. Living in nature, native shit. All of that cowboy, native shit. Yeah. The whole Western culture, native shit. It says all native shit. You know what I'm saying? So every time I see the washi who tactics, I don't indulge in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't indulge in the washi who tactics. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, like they're evil, but if you don't know they're evil, they like that evil. Yet all of it is their beliefs. It's not evil or positive, and whatever you can make up in your mind about it to the native. We have a whole nother system that don't have anything to do with that. And then when we look at it, it's unmoral in general. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of y'all need to start asking these individuals online, right? Whenever they try to tell y'all they plans, because that's all they trying to do. They try to tell y'all what they get ready to do, create a fake psyop online. So if you come across those pages, you could be like, oh, this person knew the future. Then you can start giving them money or something like that. They should figure out ways to get money, right? Start asking these individuals whatever they be saying that they claim that these they people is doing so bad. Right? Start asking them, do you agree with these things? Like in the heart. Like when these people start to join y'all panels or start to be in y'all chats and ask y'all some dumb shit that sound like they're nerds and they don't come from your background. And when they say things like they're trying to egg on an energy of a sentiment they created in the first place, or they wouldn't be so much self-reflecting of that's what they want everybody to talk about, right? And they start to be like, yeah, they do this, the feds do that, and stuff like that. And P. Diddy should be this. Ask these individuals, well, how do you feel about that? Is it right? And don't let them bring up P. Diddy or nobody else. Ask them personally, do you feel like it's right for whoever the they is to be doing that? Like when a person starts to be like, yeah, you know, the feds, they can hear you, they can watch you and stuff like that. They ask this person, hey, well, human to human, do you feel like that's a right thing? And the moment they start to justify it, that's a fed. The moment they start to have some morality and be like, well, if I had that job, but I do it this way, or whatever the case may be, then you might be talking to a real holy person. Other than that, we just out here mixed with a whole bunch of the evil ones. The evil ones look at every way to get paid. So let's say you got a belief that there's a struggle before you could reach success. You have to already be in some energy of wanting some money or whatever the case may be. The washi who created the money, what they do is create the situation for you. So you can have a lawyer for that or something like that, right? They will create a situation for you that look like you in darkness, and then create a situation for you that look like it's a way to reach light. And they sat there and created your problem and solution energy. Like some bum ass brain shit, washi who tactic. That's it. But that's their religion. That's the colony. That's the religion. The religion don't go nowhere else but a knife. Whether they try to do it mentally or physically, it's just a knife. So even the knife looked like a cross. That's it. That's all. The end. Saying y'all just listening to humans, stupid humans, just dumb humans. It's all made up. These are made up jobs. Astrophysics is a made up job. You just talking about Mason shit. CIA is a made up job. They just figured out another way to get paid. Lawyers is a made up job. They just copying natives and using that early tactic of looking at the natives dumb for even accepting peace treaty type shit. Y'all, that's all y'all looking at. Like for an example, CIA. What's the whole purpose of a CIA if they're not creating problems for you to be in for any CIA technology to even be important? Like think about it like that. What's the whole point of Elon Musk creating new metals, technology for missiles, if it ain't got nothing to do with them only wanting to create war? You get it? It's always self-reflecting. It's just always self-reflecting. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you got to look at it like that and things of that nature. Ooh, I had another point too. Yes, like it's all of it is just made up shit. So think about what the CIA do. They do investigations, right? But what are they actually? That's why y'all never know where y'all tax dollars be going to. It ain't y'all don't be. It don't do nothing but go to the Masons, charities. It don't never go to these people that they make up online. They right now they'll make up a whole fake CGI shit online to make you think babies are sick and say, hey, if you want to take care of this baby, give us $5.50. And it's some just new group of Masons and Lewises or something like that that they got to take care of in a world that just got born. Right? They'll do some fake celebration to get you distracted on the news channel with a whole bunch of balloons about something else. Right? Then for the most part make y'all pay to a charity. It is just some group of Masons in the law saying, hey, how much money you get today. That's it. When you join politics, you're learning a craft. Hey, let's figure out how to take the money away from people that we gave the money to. That's it. If y'all thought it was anything different, why all y'all religions and stuff only go to money and war and killing and trying to make somebody else's god ruler over another god. And as always, the Europe god taking over the native god. That y'all don't see it that way, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? How come y'all don't see, like, that's this all it is? So what the CIA is Central Europe Intelligence Agency. It's the way Europe can just practice racism. So anytime I see or hear anything about the CIA talking about, oh, we watching y'all, or the feds watching y'all, or say like the native never had privacy. So we already built a mentality for that and don't care. And probably swing our dick in front of your face. That shit spook y'all out. Y'all be like, oh, the CIA, the feds, because y'all the only one participating in the shit they dumping on y'all anyway. Y'all, these gangs, these drugs, y'all the only ones doing that anyway. So it only matter to y'all. Y'all the only ones they can practice that shit on. Do some type of intelligence mind state to see how y'all think, put y'all through situations to see how far you might survive, and then still use you as disposable and get rid of you when you ain't useful anymore. That's just basically it. Like, I don't go no further than that. That's all the CIA is. It's a made-up Masonic job. Another way for them to get money. That shit was for Europe. That shit never worked in native land. Which is why they creating genocide on the natives, because we had our own government, our own God. It take y'all to believe in a God for the shit that they don't even believe in, that they're trying to play to work on y'all, that they copy from the natives and gave it different names. You know what I'm saying? So I guess Aries ain't a red falcon. It's a ram now. You copying animism. You see what I'm saying? It's all Taurus. Taurus is the bull. The whole bull Canaanite god is them taking over with Russia concept, making James, and then coming up with that concept as a template to take over the native land over here. So it's them getting in that desire, Canaanite Baal god, the sun in Taurus, and what they came up with in Europe to come up with an idea to invade here. So bring their ideology over here. Bring their Canaanite God over here. Bring their Abrahamic God over here. See what I'm saying? And then that's what y'all practice over here. Dollar bill, celebrity, business, entertainment, education, religion, and politics. That's not native. See what I'm saying? But y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't get it like that. I'm the only truth online, though. I'm the only thing online. I'm the only one to teach y'all about y'all heritage. I'm teaching people who try to remix our heritage. I'm teaching them something about themselves. And they genealogy to be like, oh, that's why I've been reading this like this. And why ain't nobody who initiated me tell me that this all I'm about to know about? What he just said. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. But in my mind, you just copying natives. In their mind, they just think they need to search for more light. And they need to study people as their children. And they don't do that to natives. And somehow they thought, because I'm a scholar, I'm one of their property. But they know I'm a native too. I don't get it. I guess they just looked at it because I'm young. They think I'm already witchcraft out and they shit. Or whatever the case may be. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, this might say I believe, though. It ain't nothing to believe. That's the actual truth and fact of the matter. Ain't no other history. What other history we about to do? Unless we about to talk about comic books and imaginary things and people. I'm here in the flesh. I'm the actual native. You know what I'm saying? Then the way y'all talk like the natives don't exist. Like, peep game. None of y'all be knowing where y'all come from, but the only history y'all hear is on this land, natives, right? But then even when y'all know it's natives here, Y'all allowed them to run bullshit stories on y'all. Like the name Clovis is just the objects that we made. And then make y'all think we traveled from somewhere else so they could be the only travelers and remix everybody's history, right? Then when y'all hear these native stories, you know you live around natives. And it's so much blending and migration, you might be amongst natives who call themselves white or black at the moment. Like if it's a native mixed with Mexican and this new creature Asian and white and all this stuff, they might call themselves white because they're the lighter. And then the dark, if you mix with, let's say if you might be mixed with, you might not be mixed at all. You be purely native. Or you might be mixed with other type of shit like Creole, Dominican, Spanish, you know what I'm saying, or however the case may be, and you're more and more in the middle, then you could be more of the darker. However the case. So they probably got you calling yourself some other shit. Some India, Arab, or goddamn it, the Asiatic, whatever the fuck they call it. Anything but what the fuck you is. And it's motherfucking shit. Right? If you're a mutt and things of that nature, or you got more percentage scale of everything that they're mixing. What they're doing is trying to blend in everybody and make everybody think they're from somewhere else. And it's motherfucking shit. And that's the genocide shit plan also. Hold on, I had another point. Hold on. Yeah, so for the most part, here's the thing. Right? Because if you just truly native too, you got a lot more, even if you were mixed a little bit, but you're more native and stuff like that. You're just gold and red. You're not extremely light or dark. You're just gold, red. You know what I'm saying? So, like I'm saying, like, look. So you see how I still look like I got my shirt? So the skin and the phenotype represent how thin or thick to see the blood flow. That's how you look at skin type, not skin color. So skin type may vary colors, but the skin type always match the phenotype, and the phenotype and its practice and awarenesses and way of looking always match the concept of it. You know what I'm saying? So even to a certain degree, how we natives kind of like horse monkeys, seahorses. So I'm saying, like a seahorse monkey. I'm saying, then you or baboon. Then you have other phenotypes that might look more like monkeys. So anyone who more monkeyed out, you know, you from Europe. So that's a lot of Jamaicans, Africans, Europeans. See what I'm saying? And things of that nature. You got the monkey feature. So you could grow a long beard, but you might lose the top of your head faster. And things of that nature. See what I'm saying? But it's all phenotype reasonings. Everything is phenotype reasonings. You know what I'm saying? So you might, even, especially if you're a female, let's say you Haitian, Jamaican, even certain Europeans, right? You could wear the nose ring and the European will look Gothic, the Jamaican will look Jamaican, the Haitian will look Haitian. We won't look at them in their phenotype weird. Yet, if y'all see me with a nose one, y'all see me with big earrings every day. Once I get the nose one, y'all might start saying this don't look right. Or even by me being a man, you might start saying I'm gay. Or he look gay with the nose ring. Because that ain't my phenotype. See what I'm saying? You might see a Spanish person with that. So that's Upper France, not Europe, right? Or even coming in and being mixed and migrate here. It might not look right on a Spanish person, right? You see a Jamaican, Haitian, or a Gothic person with those earrings that it ain't it's the whole, it make your whole earlobe a hole. You see a Goth person or a German or a white person, right? Do that, it don't look bad. It look like that's them. See a Jamaican person, don't look bad. See an Asian person, don't look bad. You see me do it, it'll probably look bad. See a Spanish person do it, probably look bad. I'll say, or it don't look right on a phenotype. The way their earlobe and skull structure is. You know what I'm saying? You'll look at them like it's weird. When y'all was watching, it's in reverse. Probably with the African. Remember when we was watching the Pop the Balloon and dude had the feather earring? They all popped their balloon as soon as they see him with the feather earring. He had more of an African American phenotype, right? Now I'm pretty sure if he had a hoop or just a regular earring or the nose thing, they wouldn't have looked at him that way. You see what I'm saying? So that's a real thing. Phenotype, and skin type, not skin color. You could come across a light-skinned Jamaican, a dark-skinned Jamaican, a light-skinned African, a dark-skinned African. You could be two light-skinned Jamaican parents and have a dark-skinned child. Two dark-skinned Jamaican parents have a light-skinned child. You could be a light-skinned Dominican, dark-skinned Dominican, light-skinned Puerto Rican, dark-skinned Dominican. Extremely pale white person, extremely beige red white Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? Extremely yellow Mexican, extremely dark yellow Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Extremely light red Indian, extremely dark red Indian, or gold. You just call us red. So it's like if you want to use crayon box, red people, black people, white people, yellow people, brown people, but look at it in the sense of ethnicity before you call it a color. And then if you mixture of ethnicities, mix these colors together. And then that'll help you understand through the nationality washi-hu mind, but still looking at it from more of a pure state, but still having to use their terminology for lack of better words. So now you're not looking at, even if you black, using a black crayon color like, oh, this is the ethnicity. No, you're looking at the black crayon color like, oh, this is my phenotype and skin type. So what collection of ethnicities make this? Oh, okay, part of my history come from Jamaica, part of my history come from here, part of my history come from, you know what I'm saying? For an example, right? I'm Catawba native, right? So let's say they try to say that's mixed with their paleo, hate Asian type shit, right? The weak shit, right? Let's say that same race mixed with natives, Catawba, but also mixed with Africans, right? Look at somebody like China Doll, not China Doll. What's the rapper one? Asian Doll, right? I think they both rap. They both rap though, but Asian Doll. And you can see our eyes slanted, but you see our skin tone, you see our phenotype though mixture, right? It's still kind of African, right? Or it could probably pass for Haitian. No, I say African, right? But you can see the Asian, right? So me and her kind of had like slanted eyes, like she got eyes like my daughter, right? But she part of like African Asiatic, and I'm probably Asiatic Catawba. Not probably, but Asiatic Catawba. So Asiatic Indian, Asiatic African. See what I'm saying? So you can see our difference. Now, if she probably wear these earrings, y'all probably wouldn't think she looked right though, right? But at the same time, you can kind of see her eyes slanted, whatever. So if she was to say she black, they got her confused too though. See what I'm saying? They got white people confused. They got everybody confused. So when you look at it in this context, now let's say if you Asian Doll, she calling herself black. Look at it in its natural state if you're going to use these words, for lack of better terms. So if you that crayon box, now look at what your ethnicity, though, is mixed with. You could say some Asian in there. You could say some African in there. You know what I'm saying? Boom, now she could get closer to whatever her grandmother's, and if they got invaded, if they didn't, what's the collection of that? So you could get back to your spiritual system. And now y'all get it? You know what I'm saying? Don't get lost into crayon box shit, because you're gonna start sounding like a Pan-African, not know what you're talking about, or Aboriginal, not know what you're talking about, and use some whole other shit from somewhere else on somebody else's land talking about some bullshit. And if everybody was themselves and respect each other's culture, that's the more healthier way of all coming together again. You see what I'm saying? So you got to kind of like look at it like that, because at this point we all so mix and migrate. Most of our grandmothers and stuff like that got white in her, Asian in her, Indian in her, African in her, Jamaican, and dependent now. So now we're at a stage of percentage level. What percentage level? And we can only separate because they done fucked up the name and colonizing these terms and ethnicity so much. It all boils down to something that we don't need language for anymore. So it's percentage scale and just skin type and phenotype, not skin color, skin type and phenotype. And now you can separate a German from a French person. Now you can separate the natives and the tribe. Now you can separate what's African, what's Jamaican. You see what I'm saying? But that's how we can do it. And the clearest way is, if you want to go more into detail, because we might mix cultures where we're in lands, how they mixing everybody up. So you know what you agree with the most and what look best on you when you're picking clothes and what you're most interested in, and ornaments and stuff, because that's back to cultural practices in general. So that's like if you Spanish and you Jamaican and you're losing yourself to find yourself because we're mixed in different cultures. So you might one time try one earring and be like, I don't look right like that. Then try the bamboo earring and be like, oh, that look right. Without you knowing it, you're finding yourself. You done found your phenotype without you knowing it. Your culture without you knowing it. See what I'm saying? Now start there. And that's a starting template, another box to get out of goddamn the washy who shit. You might wear fringes and might be like, I don't look right in fringes, and then wear something else and be like, I look right in this. Boom, there you go. You might be a person who didn't wear fringes, start wearing fringe jackets and be like, I look better than this. Boom, there you go. It's a structure thing. See what I'm saying? And phenotype and skin type. And then that leads into how the skin play out, the nails, the hair. But the most original aspect of it. Because you could be mixed with a whole bunch of shit, so you have to find percentage levels now. Oh, so I must got this much hair because of this. And I must got this much hair because of that. Just much there because of that. Or just much slanted because of this. You know what I'm saying? Even to the eye. See, you're saying the native eye is always like we die with face red paint. So you see how it's kind of like Asian a little bit. But how this is blocked off. Some of y'all don't have that blocked off. And how it goes up. If you're more, let's say, African and Jamaican, it don't go up. It go down. So you'll have the eyes that do that. You see what I'm saying? And then it'll go down. I got green thumb, y'all. But I shouldn't have touched my eyes. Lord Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually I roll up and then wash my hands before I go live. But when I roll up in the middle of live and stuff like that, I'll be forgetting that process. Oh shit, getting that process. But for the most part, it'd be more like that. Like then you get like it's all in each structure. You know what I'm saying? So the native always going to be more sharp here, and more. The Asians kind of got that too, where up here go up. Then once you get to how the sun make a bending in Africa, it's go down, go like that. You know what I'm saying? In Europe, for them to even have blue eyes and stuff like that, it go more like up and in. So this will allows them to have a sharp nose. You see what I'm saying? It's like allowing them to have a sharp nose and things of that nature, and bushy eyebrows and things. So it look pointy. Like, but once you get into that context too, this means a lot of other things too, because your geographical location developed your nose, so you breathe. Your breathing practices is different than others. Your dialect, your tongue, your native tongue, that's different than others. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, we're just blending in linguistics. That's why I tell y'all, English is just something like England. So if you speak ish of something, and think about what's getting ready to become the one world government. It's already here. One world language. English. They want everybody to be England, something like England. So you're in the middle of genocide right now. So even though 80%, 75% is still native here, this why it's English. So anytime you got an ish on American soil, you're in the middle of getting genocide until you speak English. So and then they're the only ones who could remember their own language if you're not part of their practice. So if you're Spanish, they're the only one who got access to that language still, and the German one. Everything else is just something like it. All the way to what y'all experiencing with the natives right now. So you say Ohio, not Ohio. You say Catawba, not Catawba. No, I'm saying I had to throw that one in there for my people. You say Wyoming instead of Wyoming. You say Detroit instead of Detroit. You say Miami is for Miami instead of Miami. You know what I'm saying? So you say things get cynical instead of Seneca. You see what I'm saying? Hey, ha, ho, hoo, he. They think anytime you see Joe Rogan or someone make an allegory about monkeys, they getting ready to talk about native hobbyism. They're getting ready to plagiarize Indians and make it seem like we didn't think right, and that's how our rulership got taken down. Our kinship. Not kingship, kinship. How we create kin. Brotherhood, kin with people. That's my kinfolk. That's native. Because folk and all that shit, that's native terms. They plagiarize it and call it folklore. oh, the natives, Indians, they only know how to tell stories. They can tell good stories, but it's folk lore. We finna lure them into our witchcraft. It's all a play on words. Bandanas, all that shit is native culture. Because you're doing it on this native land. So don't have the invader mind. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we brought Jesus here first. We brought cowboys here first. No, you came here and experienced that. And now y'all are just a witness of genocide and y'all helping them. Same way they had y'all built New York like it ain't nothing. And y'all want to come live in TP land. Anywhere past Pennsylvania and you reach Ohio, anywhere after that, you in the real Western Hemisphere the way the government was. And it's still here. They just trying to blend in with it because they always love our way. They just try to get rid of us and be it. They try to be anything that's in their mind. So at this point, the natives is they God too. Pretty much. Or tell me why they religion the way it is. It ain't nothing else. And I thank you so much for Cashapp, Nicole. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Monetary's Moon. I am the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. Woo!